And wasn't his refusal to recognize his own frailties the reason that you faced a nearly impossible task?
I ran against Donald Trump for president, and Donald Trump ran on a platform that was in large part, I believe, misrepresenting his intentions to the American people. I do believe that there are a fair number of people that voted for Donald Trump who believed him when he told them that his first priority on day one is going to be to bring down prices. And he didn't. And you combine that misrepresentation of intention with also what was at play in terms of massive amounts of mis and disinformation.
Now, forgive me.
And a truncated calendar in terms of the clock.
I want to interrupt you because that is a world-class pivot, but it is not the question that I asked you, which is about Joe Biden's failure to recognize his own frailties and what that did to you. The question is about Joe Biden. Are you still reluctant to criticize the former president?
In what regard, please?
Well, just in terms of that question. So you went on.
What exactly would you like to ask? Be more specific, if you don't mind.
Was it Joe Biden's decision, his failure to recognize his own frailties in that position, that put you in the position that made it almost impossible to win that race?
He was not frail as President of the United States.
But he had frailties. We all saw the debate.
I do believe that Joe Biden had the capacity to be President of the United States, and I have never doubted that he had the capacity to be President of the United States. If you want to talk about whether he had the ability to endure what a race for President of the United States would require in that political environment in 2024, as I've said in the book, I had concerns.
I'm just wondering, is there a reason why you won't go to that prolonged frailty question? Now, we saw the debate, we saw the difficulty he had marshalling his thoughts.
I have answered that question. I do not believe that
I think it's just hard watching the debate to see how there could not be a problem long term with someone who can't marshal their thoughts. I'm not saying his acuity wasn't present.
I talked about that in the book. And I also mentioned the context in which that debate occurred. And you'll probably remember how I talked about that in terms of what his travel schedule had been, that what he had been enduring in terms of the timing of that debate. I talk about it extensively in the book. I'm not shying away from that. That's why I wrote it in the book, because I do know it's a question people had.
I want to tell y'all something, man. We dodged a bullet with her bird brain self. I'm so glad that Australian reporter was grilling her the way she was. She said that Joe Biden, back when he was running against Donald Trump, had the capacity to still run as the President of the United States. We clearly see he didn't. And you know what? I'm not the type I don't pour on, salt on someone's wound. I hope he gets his health better and things like that. But that brother didn't have no capacity to run for president, man. She's on this book tour. That's the only reason why she's even in the media right now. Because if she wasn't, she need to go sit her butt down somewhere. We dodged a god dang bullet, not making sure that she wasn't in the office. Thank you. Thank you, United States. Thank you, the people, we the people. Thank you for not voting her in office. Appreciate you.